We all have different tastes, likes, and dislikes, and cruising is no exception. However, there are some things that everybody else seems to love, or at least almost everybody, about cruising, and I am spilling the tea that I just don't. Hi there, I'm Ilana from the website lifewellcruise.com. Welcome back to my channel. Now this video is all for fun, so don't take anything too seriously. But recently I asked in the Lifewell Cruise Facebook community, what are some things that you don't like much about cruising that everybody else seems to love? And I have to tell you, this was a very hot topic. I got 1,700 comments, not including like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of likes and reactions on different comments. So I wanted to share with you in this video some of the things that truthfully I just don't like much about cruising, even though I love cruising. But I'm also going to share with you what other people had to say as well. And let me know if you agree or if you disagree on any of these. Now, before I get started, I did want to mention that if you like this video, if you find it helpful, informative, or enjoyable in any way, then please do give this video a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Let's get started. Now, by the way, you're going to hear a little bit of the sound of the ocean in this video. I am on board a cruise right now, and I just love this sound, so I hope that you do too. But let's get started. I'm going to share with you one thing that I just don't love on cruises, and I know a lot of people love this. And this is a cruise ship buffet. I know there's a lot of variety, and somehow the idea of mostly crowded buffets, they're not always, but lineups, I hate lineups, so I definitely do not like this. And I also hate the idea that you have to get your food and then walk with your food and sit down at a table, and then if you want to get a drink, you have to get up and get the drink or wait for somebody to bring you the drink. And honestly, it just is not the most relaxing experience for me. So one thing that I really appreciate on cruise ships is the fact that usually you can eat elsewhere. So of course you can have all the variety of a buffet, but if you prefer something like sitting down in a main dining room, personally I like that, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or in the evening, or even one of the casual restaurants, that suits me too. Let me know if you are somebody who loves the buffet, there's nothing wrong with that, or if you're more similar to me and you can do without. Okay, now I have other things that I don't like on cruises, but more importantly, let's talk about some of those 1,700 comments and some of the most often shared things that people did not like. And obviously this doesn't mean that this is everybody, but a lot of people said something that they don't like on cruises that is popular right now are cruise ducks. People say, I do not get it, and I'm tired of the hiding ducks, I'm tired of the seeing ducks. And of course, I know a lot of people do enjoy bringing them on board and hiding them. So let me know either way where you stand on the cruise ducks down below in the comments. Drink packages. Now, of course, if you cruise, you know that drink packages are very popular. But a lot of people said, you know what, I just don't like drink packages. And especially what I don't like about the cruise drink packages is when all of the adults in the cabin have to get it. And people say, you know, it's not fair. Sometimes one person doesn't drink at all, or it doesn't drink very much, and they don't like it. Now, by the way, whether you're new to cruising or maybe you're a seasoned cruiser, a question that I get asked often is who we book our own cruises with or who I recommend as a travel agent. And the company that we work with is MEI Travel. Now, just to let you know, over a couple of years, I would try out some different travel agents, and I think travel agents are absolutely wonderful who specialize in cruises. It can be so helpful, not only for guidance and advice, but truthfully, you are just not going to pay more than you are with the cruise line. So I think it's always something good to do. And at the same time, with MEI Travel in particular, they have oftentimes some absolutely amazing promotions that are going to give you not only the same price or better than the cruise line, but oftentimes some extra perks. Now, one of the things that I really like about working with MEI Travel is there are a couple of different ways to book your cruises. You can go on their website if you like, and you can book directly if that's something that you want to do. And by the way, the next day a travel advisor will contact you to finalize any details and, answer any questions. But if you want to get a quote and you want somebody to contact you and, either by phone or by email, and you want to get a little bit more personalized advice, and oftentimes I do, you have that as well. One of the best parts though is not only is the pricing good and all of that, which is obviously something important, but one of the things that I really like is there's a little bit of a bonus when it comes to cruises. If you book in advance, like several months or a year in advance, if the price goes down, oftentimes the cruise lines are going to honor that lower price. Well, with MEI Travel, they will adjust that automatically for you. So they actually have a system where they track the prices for you. And what a nice bonus to have your travel advisor contact you by email or by phone to tell you that the price of your cruise has gone down. Now, I'm going to leave all of the information for MEI Travel, including the quotation form, down below in the description of this video. And just to let you know, even in the future, if you're ever looking for that information, that is going to be down below in the description box of my video, below the video title. Pools, hot tubs, and even sitting out in the sun. But pools and hot tubs especially, many people said, even though these are very popular places on a cruise ship, that they look at those hot tubs and it's either drunk people, they say, or kids that are in the hot tub. And they do point out that they can look at that hot tub for hours, and some people are never leaving it to go to the bathroom. Now, of course, this doesn't mean that this is always the case, but I've been on cruise ships, and I do have to say, they might have a point in that. Specialty dining. Now, let me know if you like specialty dining, but a fair amount of people said, you know what, I don't like specialty dining on a cruise. A big part is that you're already paying for the cruise and you're already paying for your food, whether it's in the main dining room, the buffet, or another casual restaurant on board. And when you are going to specialty dining and paying an additional maybe $50 or more per person for that meal, well, they just don't see the point in that. And some people say instead of spending money on specialty dining on a cruise, they'd rather go on the cruise, enjoy it, and go out to eat at a restaurant at home. Okay, so now for something that I don't particularly like on cruises. I have no issue with other people liking it, but it is absolutely not my thing. And I know a lot of people love it, and that is going to the casino. Now, you know that I'm not a casino person. I've shared this before. I wish I enjoyed the casino more. But the way it is for me is sometimes I might go into the casino with like $20 and play the slots or something. Very, very rarely. I might do this if I'm with other people and they want to go to the casino. But for me, because I don't usually win, I feel like I'm just throwing money away. So I don't particularly like it. And I also don't like the smell of smoke. And a lot of casinos, not all of them, but a lot of casinos are very smoky. So I just don't enjoy that. But I know there are a lot of people who love the casino, and they're getting some really good casino deals. So I definitely could understand that. Let me know your thoughts on the casino. And if you have any tips on those free or really well-priced casino deals, let me know down in the comments below. Now, I feel like this one might be a little bit controversial, but the Showtime or the dancing waiters. There are a lot of people who say, you know what, it just makes me uncomfortable seeing the waiters dancing and, almost singing for their supper at the end of the cruise is what some people said it reminds them of. And I have to say, years ago when we first started cruising and the waiters would sing and dance like the Macarena and stuff, and a lot of people would join in, I thought that was a lot of fun. But now that not everybody eats at the same time in the main dining room anymore, I'm not sure that I like it that much anymore. But I've also gone on a lot of cruises, so I don't know if that makes me a little bit jaded. So especially if you're newer to cruising, please let me know what you think of it. Do you enjoy it? Do you like, waving the napkin and things like that during Showtime or that song at the end of the cruise? Please let me know down in the comments below. And otherwise, is it time for cruise lines to do away with it? I know this one is a little bit controversial. Cruise ship soft ice cream. Now, personally, I like cruise ship soft ice cream. I don't eat it that much, but I actually do enjoy it on a cruise. But some people said, cruise ship ice cream? Honestly, it's just not any better than McDonald's. I don't know why people go crazy over it. Door decorations. Now, cruise cabin door decorations are definitely a thing on cruise ships, but some people say they just don't get it. Would you decorate your hotel room door? Why are you decorating your cruise cabin door? But after being on cruises, especially a recent one we did in Alaska, and seeing a lot of great like Alaska themed magnet door decorations, I'm actually becoming a little bit of a fan of them. So I don't agree with this one. The Washi Song at the buffet. Now, if you know, you know. And this is only on certain cruise lines where you'll have somebody, sometimes they're actually like playing a ukulele and they're singing a Washi song, or they're just singing a Washi song. And I have to say, these crew members look like they are having a lot of fun, and I never would want to take away something that is actually fun for the crew. It's probably a good job if you like to sing, and a lot of guests do get a kick out of it. And at the same time, let's face it, we're all being encouraged to either wash our hands or use disinfectant. So maybe these cruise lines do have a good point, but some people say that Washi song is overrated. Theme nights, 80s night, white party, Scarlet night. Some people say they just don't want to have them on a cruise ship. I have to say I kind of disagree, because I think that they're a lot of fun for people. And I personally think if you don't want to participate, you just simply don't go. And you're never required to bring a costume. That being said, I know that they are not for everyone, so let me know your own thoughts down in the comments below. Mega cruise ships. Now, I think we all know that a lot of the major cruise lines are building bigger and bigger cruise ships with more bells and whistles, more attractions, and almost theme park-like attractions and activities on board. And a lot of people say, you know what, even though these are very popular, obviously these ships are selling out and doing quite well and getting a lot of publicity, they're saying, I just don't love them. I wish that cruise lines would build those mid-size ships again. All right, I've got two more, including one thing that I don't like that much on cruises that I think will surprise a lot of people. The warm chocolate melting cake on Carnival. I must say I was a little bit shocked when I read this one, but some people said no. The warm chocolate melting cake is very popular on Carnival in particular, but on other cruise lines they've got like a chocolate lava cake. This is definitely a popular cruise dessert, and people said it's too sweet, it's too chocolatey, and it is very overrated. Now, again, this is one of those things where I disagree, but this is the good thing about life. We all have different tastes, even when it comes to cruising. Okay, I feel like this one could almost get me in trouble with cruise lovers, but I do not love the production shows. Now, I will rephrase. Sometimes I love the production shows. I have seen some really good ones, at least to my taste, but oftentimes the singing and the dancing ones, we do go, but we don't plan our entire cruise or even our dinner around it. We go to dinner and then we look to see what do we want to do, what's, you know, out there, and we'll go see a comedian, and we might go see one of the shows, but with a few exceptions, Norwegian Cruise Line's Choir of Man, and actually on this cruise, we're in Carnival Vista, there was a really fun 80s show that we happened to see. That was really good. I tend to like audience participation games, but a lot of the singing and dancing shows, I do tend to fall asleep in. Again, it's not their fault, but I'm tired by the end of the evening, but it's just not my thing. Now, I would love to hear from you. There's no wrong or right answer, so let me know, please, what are some of the things that a lot of other people like on cruises, but you just don't. Let me know down in the comments below. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Bye for now, and happy cruising.